Hello, welcome to the V Spill. I want to just say thank you for tuning in. And today we're going to actually speak about what we talked about a little bit on the last time here, which was about our living purposes. You will hear we being used because of the practice of eliminating I into the we aspect as an acceptance that I, me, my spirit, like I am more than one being in one. A part of me. I am a part. We are a part of God. Our soul is attached to the Spirit of God, which are we. Okay. My spirit, my being, my features, which is ours. So this is a practice for me to have an understanding, at the same time gathering this understanding within myself, but also sharing it with you as well. We are a part of the same God. And the last time that we spoke, we talked about purposes, okay? And we talked about us all being and existing as living purposes. We know this by the 5th converse that God had to Jeremiah in the 1st chapter. Now, when I say verse, a converse, that is a verse in the Bible where God speaks to us, we on the other end of the conversation, listening. So this is God's way of speaking to us through verses. With, con means with. So with, converse. So this is an introduction of speaking to God within ourselves. That's what this is about, and about our purposes and how we can have access to that purpose, or the purposes of which we live, and our significance on this earth. Our first acknowledgement, well, it's not our first acknowledgement, but what was acknowledged in the last conversation that we had here on the V-Spill pertains to living purposes, and it was revealed to us through Jeremiah, the 5th verse that God speaks, the 1st chapter, where God proceeds to let us know that our Father, He tells us that He formed us in the belly. And in the belly, He knew us there. He knew who we were. Who we were, who we are to become before we came out of the womb. Now, whether we want to accept it or not, this is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this means that God knew and knows that we are His creation. He knows this. He knows that we are His creation. He knew that He was love and is love. which we are too. We have that part of us in us because God lives in us. He knew also that he was and is a jealous God. We are a part of him. He is a part of us. We have jealous tendencies, which creates mechanisms that don't always be healthy for ourselves and to the environment. And we hurt people because of that jealousy. We hurt ourselves because of jealousy. God knew who we were to be and who we are to become. We must know that, though. We must know this. Like, it's a must that we know this. We must know that we have free will. That with that free will can be exercised purposely. We all have will. It's on us to decide what we are willing to do. Are we willing to believe and to know that God lives in us, that he knew us before we were born? And so, if we're having a problem or issue or something that's stopping us from getting to know our purpose, we should open our mouths up and ask our Father what it is he would want us to know. Furthermore, ask him what you would like for yourself to know. He has the answers. He will speak to you through your own mouth. He will speak through you, through whomever he pleases, if you believe that he can, and he will do that. He will do that. Your belief is your belief. One thing about this belief is that it is a belief. And there's a universal law pertaining to belief. It's a universal law. And it is that surely if we seek what we believe to be true, we will find what we believe to be true. If we seek because we want to believe, we will find what we believe to be true. Living purposes. A prime example is of a living purpose follows the next conversation that he has with Jeremiah to proceed to let Jeremiah know his purpose. And he says to Jeremiah, I sanctified you and ordained you a prophet unto the nations. Yup. Now, when God lets Jeremiah know that, Jeremiah, he believed in God. By this time in Jeremiah's life, he had believed in God. When he was born, everything that happened to Jeremiah was leading up to this moment of God revealing to him what his purpose actually is. What it has always been, regardless of his experiences, of Jeremiah's experiences, of how he was raised. All of those things led up to his belief in God, and even to the point of hearing God, listening to God, knowing that God is, he knew him before he was born. He knew that everything was going to happen. What was going to happen, how it's going to happen, why it was going to happen, everything. That lets you know, once again, your life, our life, isn't by chance. It has a purpose. It has a meaning to it. Every experience is for a purpose, for your purpose. That is a purpose for you to experience it, for the lesson that you learn out of it is the experiences and lessons that you learn from them, regardless of whatever anybody else says about whatever you believe about your experiences. Therefore are a purpose that no one else knows but God. Now you go seeking to find out that you, and realize that you are a part, that we are a part of God and God is a part of us. We know that then we know our purpose. I didn't understand Jeremiah. I didn't understand initially that second part about when God revealed to Jeremiah that he was a prophet. I was like, what are you saying, Father God? Why is this here? Because certainly everyone isn't a prophet. Everyone isn't a seer. Why is this here? Why are you letting us know what you said to Jeremiah if I can't take this verse literally to think that this verse pertains to me personally? No, he's letting us know. He letting us know that he has the answers. He has the answers. He knows. If he knows, you know. Open your mouth and talk to God. Keep opening your mouth to talk to God. He's going to talk back to you. That was my experience. He actually talked to me in different ways. I allowed it because I seeked him, because I wanted to know. I wanted to believe. It was already in me from the beginning, from when I was 4 years old, when I believed that I heard what God was saying to me through a verse at 4 years old. I talked about it a little bit last time in the last Be Still. But that led my life in a way where I listened to God, even if it was through the sun. When that sun beams down on me, it has been where they felt like kisses from God. Like his being around me, his being, because there were moments when I would be closing my eyes, seeking him, that I would want and feel and want to know his being and believe in his word, believe and know that his word was true, that I was reading, that when I closed my eyes, there was a light in the darkness. And the light was so big. It was the light was so big that I even down when I was had my eyes closed, that I gotta try to close them more because it was just so great. It was just so great. And then I would calm myself and ask the Holy Spirit to help me, and I would just become calm. And then I would feel his warmth around me, and it was a comfortable warmth, and it is a comfortable warmth even right now. And so when I'm in the sun and I feel it on my skin, I feel the presence of Father, our Father, surrounding us with his love, surrounding us with his being one with him, being one with things around me. And it grew, it grows, and it grows, and it grew, it grew, and it grew, and it grows, and it grows. As you see, I can see a word is we to become. God is, he has been, he is to come. So you will hear me say that those things interchangeably, because I still live in that place. It's beautiful here. It's beautiful here. And I grew in that place. And let me go back to what I was saying about him speaking to me. It wasn't through my mouth. And, initially it was through the sun beaming down on me, or it was through someone I said, hello, how are you too? And then they would proceed to talk to me. And it was through things that I read. It was through songs, it was through I can hear his love. And the thing about the music part, it wasn't always gospel music. It was a song like that's called Love by Music Soul Child, and another song by Mary J. Blige, Everything. Those kind of, I can hear him in things like that nature, that we're told and we are brought up to believe that don't listen to that secular music, don't listen to this, and it is wrong, and it is. Do not put our Creator, our God, the I am, as I explained in the last V spill as well. I am in a box. He is everything you see, hear, see, smell, good, bad, ugly, wonderful, awesomeness, darkness, death. He is present, and he is present help. He is present. He is there. He is. Okay? He is. He will. He always will be. I am. Okay. Seek him. Your purpose. You're living your purpose already, even just by looking at this video. This isn't by chance. It is on purpose. You're seeking. You're seeking. You'll find. already there. Just keep seeking. And I'm excited about what's to come, because it is, and it has been, and there will, I know it, there will still be times. It, for me, for us, it's been challenging. But there isn't a challenge that I have not been created to confront. Look at the power who God is. I am a part of that. How can I deny it? How can you deny? How can we deny it? And there is a war, and will continue to be a war between inside of yourself. One has been around probably a long time, and one, or like me, I've been around a long time. Little did I know, I mean, when I got a part of the world, though, I mean, it was only for a short time, but that part of me is, it fights hard to exist and fight against what God would have for me to do in my life. And I beat myself up all the time, even with this knowledge that He's given me, because I want to please our God, and I want to do it right now. And I don't be want to go through processes, and I don't be wanting to, I just want to do what I want to do, how I want to do it a lot of times. And there's a process, and there's a reason for everything. Now I'm getting more understanding. It's still been challenging, but as you continue to come here, I will continue to share. We will continue to share as we all continue to meet here. If it's something that you want to share with someone, please share. Please share. You live your purpose. Don't you miss out on it. You don't know. If that's your purpose, to tell somebody else so that they can know what their purpose is, so that they can help somebody else know, or they can just live their purpose, just introduce. I have paper, pen, my Bible, quiet time with my Father. And I used to be ashamed of doing that because of what I struggle with. But what I struggle with, it was null and void, and it was just people accepting me. But it's not about me. It's not about me at all. It is, but it's not. And as I said the last time on the V-Spill, and I'm going to say it again, I am to be obedient and to share. My vanity, it is what it is. I am made in the image of God. You are. We are. See, it's we. I'm practicing on not, I'm bringing myself together in here. I have one that rebels against the system, and then I have one who wants to go against the system, because they both want to exist, and somehow I have to get them where they exist as one. We exist as one. Anyway, thank you for joining here on the V-Spill Eclipse, and I hope to share with you soon about living your purpose and whatever it is that God will have me to share with you. I'll see you next time on the V-Spill Eclipse.